lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Guys up! Grenade team! Mike. Oh, here we go! Oh! Guys up!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
93, 52, 93, 44.
And Dalton to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now run the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run for the first time with Justice Hill, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
64,
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Green. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Like 25. Here we go. 25 tonight.
On 3rd down, it's Green. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. No score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, white. 44. Hey, free players.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Green. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now it's Ryan. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's not even going to come clip him right at the line of scrimmage. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
52, 21. Recon, 132 fighter.
On third down, it's Green, and they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And McManus able to put it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Come on, fellas.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Hands up, ladies. 2-2. Move. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Play action now. Dalton. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Dalton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 53 at the mic. 53 is the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll try the left side. It's Green. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You draw quarters.
Now Saquon Barkley. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Dalton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd and 10, Dalton, and this one's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. And the Colts are in for the touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. It's Green, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. There he goes inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. They run it again with Hill. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton now, the pass. And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go, Ken. Here we go. Check 24, check 24. Check 3. Watch out. Why? Get wide. 49, check 49.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton over the middle, complete. That's Hudson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dalton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
They go 368.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. So now Dalton. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that one... Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Colts, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.